Blessings coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions, daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Rams. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Set, ready, 50, plant. Check nine. Snap.
This is Ronald Jones, played his collegiate ball on this field for USC. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on.
Locked to throw on second down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he will score. Touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive. Pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Lock trying again after the pick six. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Rams go nickel here defensively on third. Throwing his lock on third down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Black. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Set, 30 base. Check. Check hot. Check three. Check. Hey, lock it. Leo. Check 24.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Now Locke throwing on second down. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Jones. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Locke to throw. And that will be incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get... Timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Locke. And he comes back with one complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
90 Wolf.
On first down, Jones. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Jones. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Ronald Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Set, ready? Greystone, travel. 70, Indy. What we got? 5.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Hey, exit. Get it.
On second down now, it's Hines. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Let's get in there. Now! Hey, high 7.
Right there. 54, right there.
He's dribbling.
Looking to throw. Adams. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 23 yards on the play.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going for it all. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Adams throwing again on 2nd and 10. Got him in. It's Brown. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 14. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Here we go. Set. 8. Read. Look at me. Zipper. Hey, Mike's 50.
Adams now to throw on 2nd down. This will be caught by Brown. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
Hey, Alpha.
Back to throw. Adams feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Jeffrey Simmons able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Let's go now.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Jones. And he's got some space here. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Ronald Jones with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. 10. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2nd and 10. He's going deep for Brown. And got his man complete. Touchdown, LA. A.J. Brown, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Rams are once again going to retake the lead. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. Not much happening there on first down. I thought there might have been a hole for a split second. Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They fake the handoff, now Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops. Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. 2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing. Yeah, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position. I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams.
Ready? 10-2 strike. Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Now Adams to throw on 1st and 10. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Here's Adams from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Now Adams from the gun, he'll throw into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation.
And he's into the clear. 30, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Ronald Jones on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys are able to regain the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Get it.
Looking to throw. Adams into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Ronald Jones on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos push further out in front. The extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
On the double.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Back to throw. Adams. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Adams going to throw again. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Adams now operating from the gun. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often...
Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, LA! Nyheim Hines, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
On first down, Locke. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time.
They'll run on first down. Hines had a nice move but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey. Get it.
They run again with Hines. He'll be stopped short of the 25. The nice move couldn't free him. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, it's Hines. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Yo, Jackrabbit, come on.
Hey, let's get that ball here.
Hey, Delta.
Mike 51, Mike 51. You can't block.
On 1st down, Hines. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
7 at the 15-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go, here we go. Check. Lucky.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Ready to break.
Hey, it's coming up. Hey, let's go.
Go.
We own them. Go, Mike.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a give, right side. Donnelly. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This defense hasn't let him in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. Looking to throw. Adams. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This just a 24-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through. And that's going to tie things up now at 28. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Mike 58 right there. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Let me know what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Ready? 15 line. 15 line.
Now Jones. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Taking it in from 4 yards out as they have taken the lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
60 Pittsburgh.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Shoot.
Now Adams to throw. Off the play fake. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Adams. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 23. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. After the turnover, here's Locke. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
Let's go. 18 Gator.
54. Watch the pass. Watch the go.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Bang, 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 bang.
49, check 49, check. Recon, 132 fighter.
Check, 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 check.
Hit it.
Again, it's Jones. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
On first down, it's Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Now to the air, Locke. This one caught by Ridley. That one good for 26 and a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Locke. And that is incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, let a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Gotta get the point. Get on the point right here.
Now Adams. Off play action. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
24 is the mic. Hey, watch his flat, watch his flat. Watch his flat, watch his flat.
On 3rd down, Adams. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Adams throwing on 4th down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Leo!
They'll run on first down. It's Jones, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber.
They'll go again to Jones. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal.
He's checking Craig. SOS.
Topper!
Joker. Check.
They'll try to run this one in, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos push further out in front. The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Adams now throwing again. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
It's now 4th down.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. On 4th down, Adams. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
1st and 10 at the 45.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and The defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring